Yeah, today we're going to repair this Ryobi 12 volt, which, yeah, all the Ryobi's batteries are 18 volt, but I'm saying 12 volt, it's 12 volt powered. One thing, this plug doesn't look good. It's not that piece that should be sticking out and spring loaded. It's got a fuse in it, but apparently the spring is missing. But I bought this at an auction, 4 or 5 years ago, and when I got it home it didn't work. I just separated these wires here, but I got it home it didn't work. Right here by the plug, as you can see, one side was cut completely through. So there's probably enough there I could strip it back and put a butt splice on there or something, but since this part's not any good anyway, I thought I'll just go ahead and fix it. So I got I don't know if I can see, I got my continuity tester on the ground there, and I come around here and touch that wire. Kind of hard to do one-handed. You see my light is lighting up. So that's the ground side. So what I did, I was at Harbor Freight yesterday, and I wasn't even thinking about this project yesterday, and I picked this kit up here, and it had actually 2 sets of these big 12 volt connectors. So I've already cut 2 out. Hello, Mitch. Gotta be right at my feet, don't you? So I've already got 2 here, and I pulled the piece of rubber off of here, and I got thinking, well, instead of using that piece of rubber on there, why don't I go ahead and put some heat shrink on it, and then when I get it wired in I can heat shrink it and it'd be a lot more secure. And I'm going to do the ground. Since I know that's the ground, I'm going to do it first. And the reason I was thinking about fixing this, it's 12 volt, not that I could take it with me, but I've been dabbling with solar, and what I've been doing is turning the inverter on. I'm plugging the Ryobi charger in, and so I'm taking 12 volt, converting it to 12 volt DC, converting it to 120 volt AC, and then converting it back to basically 20 volt DC. And I got hunting for that inverter because I knew it was somewhere. So out here in the shop hunting around, and I found 5 Ryobi chargers here. So I've got 5 chargers there, plus the one here. And then I finally found that charger out in the semi-trailer, along with 2 other AC chargers. So this way I can just hook it right to the 12 volt battery DC, and all it's doing then is stepping it up to the 18 or 20 volt, whatever it is, to push it into the Ryobi batteries. So I think it will have less power loss going this route. At least that's my thinking for now. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up in the tripod, and we'll go ahead and get this connected and strip out and do the other one. So back in a minute. Okay, so first things first, we got our connector here. This could be heat shrink, but I doubt it. Unfortunately, see, we got some small red. I don't know if that red's gonna, yeah, that's not gonna fit on there, unfortunately. So I may have to go ahead and just heat shrink the negative side, because we got some nice big heat shrink here. I guess I'm gonna have to buy some another heat shrink deal that's cut down shorter, where I have various diameters. So I'll keep it about the same length as the other one, about 1.25 inches or so. And then we'll slide it over the wire. think I'll try to use my little Klein tool. I picked this up at a yard sale here last week. Try to get in there. Crimp down on the copper itself. Get a good tight crimp. And then crimp these in to hold the wire and insulation in place. And I might need to get a pair of better pliers, I don't know. That feels pretty secure. You know, slide the heat shrink up and over it. I'm not sure how loud this is going to be using my heat gun. So if you're wearing earbuds, you may want to pull them out. Try this on low, see how it does. It seems to be shrinking her down. I can probably do a heat shrink on the other one. I'll just have to pull the red, put the red deal on there first, and then put the heat shrink on, and then pull the red back up and over it. So that should take care of our negative. And I can probably go ahead and move this out of the way. And my continuity tester. Cat's playing with the tripod. It looks like I cut a bunch of wire off of there along with that. Come way up here. There we go. Might have got a few strands. So now what I'll do, I'll go ahead and pull put the red piece of insulation in first. Get a small piece of heat shrink. I might grab my regular pliers. I don't know, or needle nose might be best. Needle nose might work better for crimping. I like these because they kind of are concave, so they can get right down in there. Okay, so we'll pull the heat shrink up over that. I'll go ahead and put it on high. Go ahead and watch your ears again. That looks good. Now we'll slide the red back up and over it. So the red is just there basically for looks and identification. Okay, now I'll go hook it up find a battery that needs a little bit of charging and see if this thing's going to work. Okay, I checked all my Ryobi batteries, and all of them are fully charged. I do scrap metal for kind of a side, which a lot of guys will be watching this on my scrapping channel. So this has 3 lights, so it's down 1 bar. I hooked it up to the 100 amp hour battery, and we have a red light. Red light is flashing, and the charge light on there is flashing, light number 3. So it looks like it's going to work. Awesome. So now I have me a 12 volt powered 18 volt battery charger. Okay, now we got the green light flashing. Awesome. So hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and check out my Amazon affiliate page. I'll have the link in the description below the video. Yeah, I've kind of been putting off fixing this thing because I was really thinking about trying to fix the plug where I could plug it into the cigarette lighter, but now that I got it going kind of solar, I thought this might be the way to go now, because now it's just stepping the voltage up, you know, like through a transformer, instead of having to convert it to AC and then over to DC. From DC to AC back to DC. Now it's just going straight from DC to DC, but going from 12 or 13 volt. Yeah, we've dropped down here a little bit. We're right at 13. It's cloudy and overcast, so I'm not getting a lot of solar power today. But it was at 13.1, something like that. So no telling where it's going to be when the battery gets fully charged. But I'm glad to see that thing working. That might save a little bit of solar power for charging. I've been trying to use the solar power for charging, for doing whatever I can out here, but so far I'm limited to either 12 volt or to a 500 watt inverter. Now Ryobi does have a nice little, well, they have several little inverters. They have one that takes the battery and just has 1 plug, and one I saw in there a few weeks ago that I'm wanting to get here soon, you can plug it into your cigarette lighter in your car and get 200-300 watts, something like that, or you can run it off the battery, 18 volt battery, and get a little more power. And then if you hook it directly to the battery with clips, then I think it puts out 800 watts. So I plan on getting it, and I'm also going to try to order about a 3,000 watt for that 100 amp hour, and then I got to get more panels. So, but I want to get where I can run more items out here in the shop on solar power and use less and less electricity. Of course, what am I doing now? I'm using grid power. So trying to get somewhat of an off-grid system set up out here in the shop where I can try to use it out here, but then I also have reserve power for emergencies, for blackouts, power outages. So that's about it for this video. I'm running this monitor right here off the inverter in there. That's why it's turned on. So hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Wasn't a whole lot to it, but some people don't know a lot about electric and power and how to test things, and so I thought I'd go ahead and do a video. I know a lot of you guys already know a lot about this kind of stuff, but there are those that don't. So just kind of show them how simple it is. Some of them are afraid to wire in a light switch or a plug-in, so yeah, they don't know really much about electricity except it powers the lights, and a lot of people are afraid to mess with it, which some power can definitely be dangerous and deadly. I got my little Ryobi battery powered 1-gallon air compressor here. I didn't really need it when I bought it, but I saw that and I said, man, I got to have that. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video, and you take care. Bye-bye.